Hello world and welcome to Elevated Intuition. Today I am using several decks here for us to look at the energy of our next month. And I am doing this by your astrological sign. So if you know your sun sign, which is probably the reading that you're watching right now, but understand that you can also watch for your moon and rising, oftentimes called ascending, and get a fuller picture of your month, a more complex picture of your month. Do you know what your sun, moon, and rising sign is? If not, I have in the description down below where you can put in your birth date, your birth location, and your birth time, and it will tell you. And I say, everyone says sun, moon, and rising, but I'm telling you ascending because I believe that the free birth chart that I am providing down below says ascending too. So I'm a blonde, so it took me a minute to be like, where's my rising? I don't know. It's not even on here. So anyway, don't do what I do. And I will see you in a moment for your zodiac reading for next month. Thank you. Hello, Scorpio, and welcome to your reading for your next month. So the first card that we have for you is the Six of Pentacles, and this is the theme of the month. Six of Pentacles is about charity. It's kind of like a flow, a give and receive, being in that energy. The good you do comes back to you. It's an unexpected inflow of abundance, borrowing wisely or paying off debts, and sharing your wealth with others who are less fortunate. So I love this card that, you know, on the surface, this person in the middle might feel like she's less fortunate, but she's actually the one who's giving charity. And probably because, you know, she is fortunate because she is taking part or taking place in kind of like this ebb and flow of wealth. So pentacles have to do with wealth, they have to do with finance, they have to do with the physical. She is, you know, physically here in a wheelchair, but this can also talk about you helping others physically. Maybe you need to help a neighbor or a coworker. Maybe it's just moving a box. Maybe it is going down to their home and, you know, just physically moving some things for them because you're fortunate enough that you're able to do that. And if then they want to offer you something like cookies or a reward, take that because you're in the flow. It's almost kind of like a karmic thing, like giving and receiving, this whole ebb and flow that goes along with the universe that is here for you for this month, Scorpio. So the next card we have is a secret to be revealed to you. And we have the Seven of Cups, which is very interesting. Seven of Cups, like each one of these little cups here is kind of an opportunity. It is this person, they are wanting to go to like these different opportunities, these different places, and it seems like there's an abundance of opportunities open and available to them. When it is in reverse, it feels like something has dried up. This opportunity that you thought you could count on is just not there at the moment. So especially that the secret that is being revealed, you find out about it and learn about it. And it's actually can be a very positive thing because hopefully you find out about it before you spend too much time and energy trying to pursue it or invest in it. And our next card is blessings to appear because Scorpio, we have blessings for you. And our blessing for you is the Six of Swords. So Six of Swords is about moving from one place to another. And you can see here in this card, we've got the waterfall behind you, which that, you know, if you're in a boat like this, you can imagine like how rocky and rough this waterfall is. And when you look at rivers, the slower they move, like the more they kind of meander, and that kind of has a feeling of stability. So it is feeling that you've already gone over that waterfall and you're moving to a better place. And that is like, especially here with this Seven of Cups, where you thought you had this like opportunity open for you, and now you kind of have to move away from it. Like that it could be a blessing in disguise, that it is actually a good thing that you're moving towards something else. Our next card is where to focus your attention. And I love when the decks do this. This is the same card, by the way. It's just from two different decks. We've got the Six of Swords again. Communication can also be really important for you, because Swords is about communication, communicating ideas. We have 3 sixes here. Sixes is kind of like you're over that hump. You hit a challenge and you're over it. This says the end of a challenging times. Things are looking up, a welcome relief, finding your way to a peaceful place, the end of depression or illness, and travel or relocation. So this could also talk about you physically moving or traveling someplace. And it is you, like, even all 3 of these cards have another person, at least one other person in them. So this is you interacting with other people and taking them with you. So if this place that you're going from one place to another, maybe it is not physical, maybe it is in your mind, maybe it is a mental jump that you're making, you are influencing and going to that place with your friends and family. You're taking them with you because you're communicating with them, like where you're going. A lot of star seeds, if you identify as a star seed, talk about going from the 3D to the 5D. This is a higher level of consciousness. So this can be talking about doing that. Maybe you thought you were on your way, but it was actually, that wasn't really the right way, or it was a false flag, something like that. But this also talks about bringing these other people with you, whether it's your loved ones, your family. If you are moving, you know, you're taking your family with you. This can also talk about, you know, this could be, again, friends, family, co-workers, but you're taking some other people with you on this journey to a better place. And now we have a challenge. What is a challenge here for our Scorpio? And we've got the King of Swords, again, another swords card. So I think a challenge can be in communicating, how you present yourself, how you are speaking. But the King of Swords is somebody who is in control over that. So it may not feel, because you do have like 6s and a 7 here, it may not feel like you really have the skills, the king skills, but it's something to try. It's something to step up to. It might be an opportunity to really stand out and step up, going out and leading a team, being that leader that they think you are. Kind of almost a fake it till you make it too sometimes. It kind of almost reminds me of, I love the saying, like, be the person your dog thinks you are. Okay, so your dog thinks that you are, like, if you have a dog, you know that they think that you make the sun rise and set. They think that you make the world turn, and that's a really great thing about dogs. But they make you want to be a better person, and I think you being responsible for these other people makes you want to be a better person. It can also kind of, like I said, something about elevating you in your consciousness, it can take you to another space. And what I mean by that is it can kind of lift you out of a space of victimhood. Like, there are so many opportunities for all of us when we look around to make ourselves feel like a victim. And it's even like other people project that too, and make you think that you should feel like a victim for whatever reason. A lot of times it's like some sort of mental manipulation that goes on with that. But this is kind of like, no, I'm taking control here. I don't need to feel like a victim. I don't need you to fix something for me by making me feel like a victim. I'm actually very powerful in my own right, in how I present myself and how I am. I can take control over my situation, and I can take these people with me. And the final tarot card we have, this is a release. So it's really interesting, as I was talking about the King of Swords and taking control, and the devil kind of represents control, and this is releasing control. But I feel like this is releasing some sort of control that is over you. I said something about this, we can make, be a victim, or other people kind of can project things onto us, or we can get into this victim mentality. That would be something to release. That would be understanding how powerful we are, standing in our power, and releasing that victimhood, and really stepping up in our power and taking control, right? Also, the devil can represent just something that has control over us in a negative way. To the extreme, on the negative side, it can be heroin. Okay, that would be a devil that has control over you. Your thoughts are no longer your own. Your thoughts are like programmed by that. It can be control over, like, it can be somebody who's controlling you, but they think they're doing it in a loving way, like your parents. When it becomes a problem is when you consult them before you really consult yourself, or consult your spouse, or your partner here as to where you want to go. Scorpio, sometimes this control is something even as simple as caffeine. So you might want to, or sugar. You might want to plan a detox. This might be something for you if this resonates. And sometimes this control is something like, you think that it's something that you enjoy or something that's fun. For me personally, I used to play this online game, and I thought that it was fun to connect to all these people from all over the world. And there was really great people, but there was also some really, really terrible people there. And it was like this 24/7 game. So I find myself waking up in the middle of the night, interrupting my sleep, not being able to have time to meditate, not even being able to get through a conversation with my husband, or even my readings. And this game would be pinging me and going off. And I was like this realization that that's something that I needed to let go. It's something that had control over me, and I was no longer able to do what I wanted to do because I thought I was having fun. Okay, so that's just something to think about. I also have a love message for you for the month, Scorpio. And this is what came out for you. When you pass from this world, you take nothing with you but your soul and the memories you shared with those that you love. So I feel like this is kind of also connected to this release, because if you have something interfering with the people that you love, that's a problem. That should be a focus for you for this month. People that you love and those connections, and just being there and stepping up into your power for them and for yourself. So I have 2 more cards, advice cards here. And the first one is 6, self-love. So a lot of times, Yeah, thinking of yourself first. I mean, I've been talking about you doing things for other people and like all of these cards, but you need to do it from, I almost want to like juxtapose these two cards, like doing it from a position of self-love rather than lack and control. Like not trying to control people or not doing things because you feel controlled, but doing things because you actually really love yourself and you're doing it for a loving, caring reason. And that might be why you cut the strings that are attaching you to this thing that you feel like is controlling you. Self-love also, fill your cup up first, and then you're able to fill everybody else's cup. You're able to, it's almost like a ripple effect of love. Like love is very, very important. But if you don't love yourself, it's really difficult to love others. And if you don't act in a loving way, in a productive way for yourself, it's really hard to do that and do that in a way for others. And then the final advice card we get is 16 power, full moon power. And this really has a lot of Scorpio energy to me, it feels like. I hope it feels like to you. I feel like Scorpios are very, very powerful, very, very almost going back here to the devil, like a seductress or a seducer. Like they're very you're very sexy people. I am saying that in a positive way, but you're very powerful too. And I hope that you're able to really tap into your power, almost coming back here to this King of Swords, being very powerful in your communications this month, being very powerful in how you act for yourself and for others. And oh, and again, another 666. I'm glad we didn't just get the 3 with the double here. We got 4 of them, but I you know, that's a synchronicity here that's coming in that is, you know, I feel like it's going back to this powerful card, like, yeah, these cards came together for a reason. So it's definitely a message that I hope resonates for you and that you really need to hear. Like somebody really needs to hear this. So I feel good putting it out. So thank you, Scorpios. I hope to see you in the next reading.